Hello, Star Wars unboxing fans. Welcome to another episode of Darth Tuba's Star Wars Unboxing Show. I'm your host, Darth Tuba, and today I'm real excited for another Galaxy's Edge spoil that I'm really excited to, actually two spoils that I'm excited to share with you. But before we do, I wanted to talk for a few minutes about the recently announced, this probably will be a little late, but recently announced Disney Star Wars Hotel. Now, I'm not going to get into the details. You can look all that up. You can go onto the Disney website and find out about the Galactic Star Cruiser, the Halcyon Disney Star Wars Hotel. And they have just released kind of sample itineraries and, more importantly, pricing. So I've talked about this on my podcast, War of the Stars. And I actually was about to release, when it first came out, I was trying to release kind of an instant reaction video, but it just fell through. I wasn't able to do it. So I wanted to talk briefly about it. Now, essentially, the bullet points are, it's a 2-day, 2-night adventure. Okay, and you basically, it's like going on a cruise. If you've never been on a cruise before, okay, imagine going to a cruise, right? And you have to board the boat. And then you have pretty much full run of the ship where there's games to play and places to sit, places to enjoy, places to eat, activities to do, shows to see. And then you have meals, usually set certain times a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and there's places to get snacks and all that. And that all carries over for a full day. And then the next day, you're going around and doing that and repeat the process. And it can be for 3 days, 5 days, 10 days, sometimes 2 days. And then the ship eventually returns to port, and then early in the morning, you usually get off the ship on whatever day it's over. You get off the ship in the morning so that they can turn around and clean the place and get it ready for the next group of guests. Well, that's what they're going to be doing with this Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser. And it's going to be essentially a total immersion event. You just go, you're in this ship, it's really just a hotel. There are no windows. The windows are all digital screens to make you think you're in space. So that's a pretty cool concept, and I applaud Disney for trying something brand new and something untested. However, it could end up being a problem because I don't know how many people are going to feel comfortable going into this space with no real windows and not really going outside except to go to Galaxy's Edge, which is right next to it, believe it or not. This is the Florida park. So it'll be curious to see how many people jump on this and how many. I think it's really designed for uber Star Wars fans. People that are really into this, which would be me. So I'm excited for it. The cost, however, is very expensive. It is, which nobody doubted it would be. It is essentially, I'm giving you really rounded numbers, about $5,000 for 2 adults, $5,300 for 2 adults and a child, and about $6,000 for 2 adults, 2 children, or 3 adults and 1 child. Those are the starting prices, roughly. All right, so about $5,000, $5,500, and $6,000, somewhere around there. And that's for what that includes is obviously your hotel stay. It includes all your meals, including excursions to Galaxy's Edge and either eating at the Docking Bay 7 or an equivalent counter service meal that morning somewhere in Disney's Hollywood Studios. It also includes Hollywood Studios as a ticket. You don't have to pay extra for the ticket. It's part of the package. Of course, if you have annual passes or things of that nature, you wouldn't have to worry about that. So it's pricey. When you compare it, though, to cruises, especially Disney cruises, you'll find that it's pretty comparable, okay? So the argument is, or not the argument, the discussion is, who wants to attend? Does people plan on attending? I'd be interested in you leaving a comment if you're so inclined. It's supposed to open up on the spring of 2022. There are only 100 rooms, okay? And by the way, those prices were also for the standard room. There is like a suite, and then there's like a captain's suite. I don't know how many of them there are. I'm assuming there's mostly regular rooms. So there's only going to be, at any given time, between 400 and 500 people, I would guess, at a time in this situation. So I'd be very curious to see how it is. I'm really just excited, curious about what happens. I will not be attending probably for the first year. Okay, for me, I'll be more than happy to look through all of the videos and see what's going on with it. and see how that's all going to work. But what other vloggers do, unless somehow there's like some big event that they invite me to come and do it, which I doubt they will. But if they did, maybe I'd consider it. I will say though that I do plan on going. My wife and I would probably attend sometime in the summer of 2023. So we're going to let a year go by, year and a half go by, and then hopefully we can see where things are with the whole COVID situation, and hopefully by then things will settle enough that I'll feel comfortable going, and I'll be able to afford to go, because I'm going to need that much time to save money to go. So that's where we are. That's what's going on with it. So we'll see what happens. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Now this I'm excited about. We have an item that I was very, very happy to. First, let me get this. Well, first of all, we have one of our nice little bags here, one of the little Galaxy's Edge bags, which I'm going to take out this part. Now, we got some stuff in here that is not for the channel, but there is one thing that for Pride Month, they came out with this R2-D2, or I should say astromech droid, rainbow kind of connectors. So you can take if you made a droid in the astromech area, if you made your own if you built your own R2 unit, you can actually put some of these parts in part of his chest, his arms, his feet, and all that, and actually put them on the droid to celebrate Pride Month, which I thought was a cool thing. So maybe I will do that with my droid sometime in the near future. Not right now, but really cool to have that. But the real thing I was excited about, because I thought I had missed my chance on it, and that is this. This is the First Order short-range evacuation vehicle with droid, with fleet, transport, and First Order droid. You can actually hear it make noise. This is essentially the escape vehicle that you are in when you board Rise of the Resistance. They came out with this playset toy vehicle at the beginning of 2020, or maybe the very end of 2019. And then COVID happened and everything shut down. And when I went in the summer of 2020, the only place I could find it was in the there was a First Order, like in December of 2019 when I went. I know that's when they opened it, because I saw it there. I think I saw it there. There was a First Order store that you could go into in the Galaxy's Edge, and then there was also you saw them in the gift shop, like in regular Hollywood Studios. But I didn't get it. And then COVID happened, and when I went back in the summer, I couldn't find it. I said, I missed my chance. They must have sold them all. And lo and behold, when I went back recently, there it was in all of its glory. And I only saw 2 of them. So I think that they might have found a few extras, and they were just getting ready to sell them off. So I was happy to get them. So let's get it out of this box. I want to thank my daughter, whom is, again, if you go to my TeePublic channel, you can TeePublic storefront. Link is in the description. You can find all of her art that she has helped me with in Star Wars inspired sketches. And I'm really happy that she was able to hold this for me until I was able to get it home. All right, let's get it out of here. Okay. So Galaxy's Edge is known for all of the amazing product that they have been able to sell, and they've done some pretty cool things for collectors. I will say, however, that that's that. Come on. Okay. I will say that while it's been nice to have that, it's also it can be a little bit frustrating because you don't know how much supply they make. So when you see something like if you're not going to travel, like I travel to Disney quite a few times a year, but if you're the kind of person who only travels like once a year, or once every 2 years, or once every 5 years, and you see something really cool, it's going to be really, really hard to get. So let's talk about this. This is actually a couple of play sets in one. And I will say one complaint I have about Disney Parks product is that they don't really give you instructions. There's a little bit of battery instruction here. And I have a little bit of a box that I can kind of look at. All right. So you can see that it is essentially, now I'm going to kind of go backwards. This is actually the vehicle when you are at the end of the ride. You board this vehicle, and spoiler alert if you've not been on the ride, you actually drop. And the very last part of the ride is almost like a drop ride where, you don't drop very long. You go, woo, like maybe a few seconds, like 1 or 2 seconds. And then it's like a screen ride where you land the vehicle back on Batuu. Okay. So this is that vehicle. Now, what I'm trying to figure out is how do I get, there's more to it than just that. I have to try to figure that out. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it isn't. I'm looking. Includes 1 of 4 different color astromech fleet transport. Okay, where is the fleet transport? Did it not include the fleet transport? Wait a minute. Short range. All right. I don't have the fleet. Includes 1 of 4 fleet transport. All right, guys. I'm just going to say this. I don't see the fleet transport vehicle unless it's the whole thing. Hold on. That's empty. I thought there was supposed to be a fleet transport vehicle. Maybe that's separate. I mean, it includes the droid, but it doesn't include anywhere for it to go. I bet this was why we found it. Oh my goodness. We found it because it was incomplete. Either somebody took out the transport vehicle or the transport vehicle was separately. With fleet transport. No, it's supposed to come with fleet transport. All right, I'm sorry guys. I might be an idiot here. Let me take it out again. I'm going to be absolutely sure I didn't do something wrong here. There is no fleet transport in here. Darn it. I'm going to leave that in. So, sadly to say, we are without the actual transport vehicle. This is the escape pod. The transport vehicle should be on the inside, and it's not there. And I'm very disappointed that it's not there. Okay, guys. Well, I guess what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to do a little bit of research and find out. Maybe I'll call and see if there's anything else in there. I'll double check that there wasn't anything else in the box or the bag. So, well, all right. So what did we get? Well, we got our R5 unit, which rides the transport vehicle. So there's that. Yeah, it's not there. Unbelievable. Okay, so we got our little transport vehicle. And then, we have this. And I don't know, there's just nothing there. There's nothing on the inside of it. It's completely empty. And there's nothing in the box. So, all right. Well, this does include, I will say this too, it does include some sound effects, I believe. Comes with that sound. And you can see that it lights up in the back. All right, so that's cool. And obviously the back hatch opens up, and you're supposed to be able to have the vehicle pull in. But it's just not there. There's even locks and everything in here. So, all right. So I will do some research and find out if that transport can be purchased separately. But there it is. So we'll have to just hang out on top of it, I guess, or just kind of shove them on the inside. The glass there is kind of clear, so you can see it. But, this is happening live, or not live, but this is happening unedited because that's kind of a shame. So, sorry. I have to say, I'm normally a very positive person, but I am extremely disappointed that this was missing the vehicle. You know what I think might have happened? I think here's my thought. Somebody purchased it and then returned it. And they wanted just the little vehicle. So they purchased it, returned it with the fleet transport, or with the little transport vehicle that the droid sits in, not in it. And that's what happened. So, okay, so that is it. That's all we can do. So I will see if maybe I'll call Disney Consumer Products and see if they can maybe send me something, or if they want me to do a whole return, I'll find out. So that's all. That'll do it for this week's episode. Sorry to say, somewhat disappointing episode of Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing Show. But hey, we did get our nice little droid rainbow kit, so that's cool. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification button. Check me out on Instagram and Twitter. Check me out on the War of the Stars podcast, of which I'm now co-host. And if you want to support the channel, check out the TeePublic store. Shout out to Skywalking Through Neverland podcast for naming me years ago the Skywalker of the Week. That's something they don't even do anymore, so I like to wear this shirt every now and then and show my appreciation to that group. That's Sarah and Richard Woloski and their awesomeness. So thank you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, may the Force and the toys, hopefully complete toys, be with you.